Subnautica. It's been in early access for a long time. It is now officially out on Steam. It is content matched with the Xbox One version, but that version is not 1.0. And for what I've seen, it's still technically pretty rough. So I definitely recommend playing on Steam if you can. It is underwater sci-fi survival crafting game. A magical experience. Leo, you've checked it out for a little bit. I have been consumed by this game. What stands out the most about this game? Why do you think it grabs people in the way it does?
For me, it's the atmosphere.
Yeah.
In a way, it feels like the battlegrounds of its genre, and that I'm sure something very similar has existed in the recent past. But
so many survival crafting games.
Oh, yeah. But this is presented so well and has such a great progression, such a great flow to it. Water humor for you. I think it's really special, and it's really grabbed me.
Yeah, it's a tough thing because I went in relatively blind, and I felt like it was this magical concoction, magical timing, where I did not know what was in this game, what this game was capable of, and just slowly unlocking blueprints by scanning. Scanning's very, very important in this game. Slowly unlocking more and more blueprints, finding new biomes, finding new things throughout this seemingly endless ocean. It's just this constant sense of, oh my God. Even after like 22 hours, I just found some insane new creature that I've never seen before that is just captivating. And so I don't want to spoil it because in the best case scenario, people would maybe look at impressions, look at reviews, and then dive into this game as blind as possible. Every once in a while, you need to look at the Subnautica wiki to find out exactly what you're missing and what you should be doing. But it is such an unbelievable experience just to go into this game and slowly reveal more and more of the potential. And it does a brilliant job compared to most survival crafting games, I think, of kind of leaving a breadcrumb trail of a thin narrative thread where they have a radio in this little escape pod that you crash with in this ocean planet. And the radio will always give hints about like, hey, there's a life pod number 12. It's roughly in this location. Come find it. You go there, scan stuff, gives you new blueprints for stuff you can build in your own base, because a lot of this game is about building an underwater base, which is awesome, but then also ties in loosely to this larger, more sci-fi theme that I'm very curious to see where it goes, because the little hints that they've dropped are bizarre and could be really fascinating if they pay off in a big way.
Can you tell if the radio hints are coming on like a timer or based on how you're developing new things?
I don't know, but it
seems very natural. However it's happening, it feels like a really well-paced development of story.
Yeah, absolutely. Dan, have you played a lot of survival crafting games?
I have played a lot of survival crafting games, but not this one. But I'll tell you, hearing you guys talk about it and others talk about it makes me want to dive in.
Hey! Speaking of puns, the easy pitch for this game that I think a lot of people might make is calling it No Man's Sea or something.
Don't say that to me. Then I'm just gonna, there's no chance of me playing it then.
You're not hopping from planet to planet, but just the sense of exploration, cool sci-fi elements, building out a base. I feel like it captures a lot of what people wanted from No Man's Sky. Obviously not the variety that game had, which is obviously the star of that show. But there's so many elements in this game that just feel so unique of, I've never felt this way in a game before. And a lot of that comes from, obviously, you're diving underwater. So your oxygen is always depleting. You can get better and better oxygen tanks. You can stay underwater for longer and longer. But just that pressure and the tension of, oh my God, I always have to be aware of my surroundings. I have to be aware of how quickly I can get back up to the surface. But you can do crazy stuff, Dan, where there's like this cave deep underwater with just amazing materials and it's just full of diamond and rubies and all sorts of stuff. So it's like, okay, I'm going to build an air pump on the top, and then I'm going to build metal pipes that are going to extend 300 meters below the ocean surface. And then you're swimming around in this cave at night. It's very, very dark. It's spooky. There are creepy ass creatures everywhere. Then you start running out of oxygen and just that panic of like, where did I put that pipe? Where did I put that pipe? And then swim back and get there just at the last second and start sucking on that oxygen pipe. There's so many bizarre, tense moments like that throughout this entire game that I just love.
I like it. I'm sold.
Yes.
Is it roguelike at all, or is it like you die? What happens if you do run out of oxygen?
If you die, you lose what you're holding in your inventory. Not the equipment, but the materials.
So your base stays, everything else stays, your progression stays.
Yes,
but
yes.
Okay, I got you.
But because you're going out on so many like mining runs and
Sure.
just material grabbing runs, it can be devastating when you lose everything.
Of course.
Have you had some tough scenarios
Can
like
you
that?
just drop them on the ground?
Can
though?
you recover your corpse? Is that a thing? Can you recover your lost loot?
It seems like you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Seems interesting.
really?
Well, I mean, there's not your corpse, but you just drop your minerals on the ground, from what I saw.
Really? When you die, you can go back and find all that stuff?
It happened once, at least.
Really? I had no idea.
Oh, there you go.
But there's just playing this game. I'm not I don't play a lot of these games, and so again, correct me if I'm wrong. But just as far as an underwater experience, I've never played a better game that captures that sense. Just weird stuff that I've never felt in a game before, where I'll dive in deep, start building out my base. I'll make this huge multi-purpose room, and then it's on the ocean floor, and I'll go into it, and just being out of the gate in this like dark room in a base that you've built on the ocean floor, and just going in there and there's no oxygen in there, it gives me the willies. It's just a weird feeling to be like in a room and you think you're safe, but it's like, oh, I can't breathe in this dark room at the bottom of the ocean. Now I need to figure out how exactly to get oxygen down here.
Should they add VR?
They have it.
Oh, they do? Wow.
They do. This game makes me nauseous just playing it normally. It's a lot of rotating around and flying around in 3D because you're swimming naturally. And so I'm just hopped up on Dramamine every time I play this game. So I'd imagine in VR, it would be a
nightmare.
Yeah. You need to really be safe
Sure.
in playing VR games before you decide to venture into this one. I'd imagine. I haven't played it, but you're probably going to puke your brains out.
Okay, cool. I
So
love,
I'd
I love
imagine.
puking my brains out.
Okay, good. You're in luck. But yeah, it's out in 1.0 on Steam now, and I cannot recommend it enough. I just absolutely love this game. It has captured my imagination in a big bad way, Dan Jack.
I'm sold. I'm going to play tonight.
Please do. Thank you so much for watching this excerpt from the Game Informer Show podcast. You can subscribe to the audio version and listen to new episodes airing every Thursday. We cover big games on the horizon, games that we've just reviewed. We have long-form developer interviews, a lot of fun stuff. So check it out every Thursday.